Good afternoon, Namaste. Your Excellency, Permanent Representative of India to the UN, Ambassador Ruchira Kambodji, the Executive Director of UN Women, Ms. Seema Baosji, ambassadors, delegates of W20, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to address the side event on grassroots leadership and transformation, charting the path of empowerment through technology and skill development. I'm honored as a W20 chair to co-host this side event with India's permanent mission to the United Nations. India's massive infrastructure push is having a major impact on the lives of people across the country, especially in rural areas. Indian women are enjoying increased access to the internet, leading to greater participation in business and politics. The digitization process of India, with its more than 1.3 billion people and more than 1 billion mobile connections, is much discussed for its impact on productivity, tech penetration, and economic growth. Women are driving digital technologies in a variety of ways, from developing new products and technologies to leading digital innovations in their respective fields. According to a report by PitchBook, investments in female-founded startups have been steadily increasing over the past few years. The rise of internet access and use among rural women in India is evidence of a deep transformation. The expansion of developmental infrastructure is giving women much needed time, space, and a leisure, which often translates to more time spent on the internet. Fundamentally, the infrastructural change is having a major social impact on the lives of women in the villages in India. Digital literacy is critical in the 21st century. Becoming tech-savvy took off in the early 2000s, but when Prime Minister Modi ji announced the National Digital Literacy Mission in 2014, digitization and digital literacy become a rapidly expanding focus. The government has also taken several initiatives for digital literacy of citizens, including women and girls, so that they are able to operate digital devices and work on it for various purposes, including for educational, commercial, and digital transaction purposes. One such initiative is Pradhan Mantri Gramin Digital Sakshar Abhiyan under Digital India program. It aims to bridge the digital divide, especially targeting rural population, including the marginalized section of society, women and girls, by covering 6 crore rural households. As on 8/12/2022, the percentage of women benefited under this scheme is over 53% of total enrolled, over 54% of total trained, and over 56% of total certified. In addition, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education is administrating National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology Scheme, Swayam Scheme, Swayam Prabha Scheme, National Digital Library, Virtual Lab, E-Yantra, and NEET, etc., to ensure the quality education through e-learning to students across the country. The National Commission for Women launched Digital Shakti 4.0, a pan-India project for digitally skilling and empowering girls and women in cyberspace. The fourth phase of this Digital Shakti program focuses on making women digitally aware and skilled in standing up against any inappropriate or illegal online activity. Through this project, more than 3 lakh women in India have been made aware of cyber safety tricks and tips, data privacy, technology usage, and reporting and redressal mechanism for their benefit. Another popular women empowerment scheme in India is Mahila Shakti Kendra, It aims to provide one-stop convergent support services to women to develop skills, generate employment opportunities, and increase digital literacy. This scheme is operational at multiple levels, such as national level, state level, and district level. The government intends to cover 115 most backward districts by establishing 920 Mahila Shakti Kendras. Interestingly, rural India has 20% more internet users than the urban areas in the country. Growth in internet users in rural India has also been significantly higher than in urban centers since 2019. Recent research shows that female internet users are growing at nearly triple the rate of male users in rural areas of India. This aligned with the latest data from India's Family Health Survey, which shows an overall improvement in Indian livelihood. There has been widespread improvement in access to electricity, clean drinking water, sanitization, and clean cooking fuel. So too, more women are using mobile phones, have bank accounts, and are using menstrual hygiene methods across the country. This improvement has been particularly pronounced in rural areas. A less deliberated aspect of this digitization process is its impact on women, especially women in rural parts of the country, where 40% of the labor force is still directly or indirectly connected to agrarian work. Under able leadership of the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, India has moved from women development to women-led development in the last 9 years. With the core of it is the digital and financial inclusion. The number of women compared to men in the use of a technology is increasing, and the number of girls studying up to high school and beyond has tripled in the last 9 to 10 years. In fields like medical, sports, business, or politics, not only the participation of women have grown, but they are leading from the front using technology. Another positive element thereof is the creation of women entrepreneurs who are empowered by internet access and connecting to the country's startup ecosystem. Indeed, India's tech ecosystem is one of the largest in the world and brimming with tech unicorns. During the pandemic, women entrepreneurs have used the power of tech for social good, be it development of specialized masks to aid frontline health workers, or provide students from low-income families the access to online education during the pandemic. Women entrepreneurs are bringing alive ideas of a new India with breakthroughs in digital and tech, transforming their lives and the national potentials. The increasing adoption of digital technologies and the growth of digital economy have created new opportunities for women to participate in the workforce, start business, be entrepreneur, and empower and look after themselves. Digital technologies have made it easier for women to find jobs and work from home, which can be particularly beneficial for women in developing countries who may have limited access to transportation or face cultural barriers to working outside the home. Technological advancement also help women access healthcare services in remote or underserved areas. For example, telemedicine platforms can connect women with doctors and specialists in real time, reducing the need for travel and improving access to care. In 2023, we are witnessing significant progress in the use of technology to promote gender equality, from the rise of virtual learning and remote work to the use of AI-powered tools to reduce gender bias in hiring and promotion. Technology is empowering women in ways that were previously unimaginable. India is on its way now where women will continue to gain momentum in and beyond the world's largest democracy. We at W20 acknowledge that there are still challenges and gaps in digital inclusion, and hence we advocate for some of the effective strategies to address the gender inequalities in digital inclusion process. Digital literacy training can give the gatekeepers more positive perception of digital technology and the internet. It can help them understand how they can support women and girls to adopt and stay safe online rather than view the internet as a dangerous place. We need to invest in targeted digital literacy, confidence, and skill development for women and girls. Digital skill training should be included in formal school curriculum from primary level so girls are reached at an early age and can build skill over time. Initiatives should also be considered to train more girls to access STEM careers. Also, innovative ways of teaching this subject should be promoted, enhancing the motivation and retention of women. Investment in creating positive role models in technology and enlisting existing women in technology leadership, recognition of women's technology and innovative achievements, and promoting positive images of women in tech in the media, and developing learning, networking, and mentoring opportunities. Ensure women's and girls' affordable access to ICTs in line with the global targets established, and paying special attention to women in rural areas. Specific recommendations include making sure gender equality targets are included across all ICT or broadband and related strategies, policies, plans, and budgets to ensure they may support women and girls' access and use of the internet services. Strategies to address the socio-cultural barriers need to be undertaken to confront the structural inequalities between men and women, including cultural and social norms. This must take into account the needs, circumstances, and preferences of women in different local contexts. Build awareness of the potential value of digital services and their benefit of women's lives. For example, by highlighting the life-changing benefits of health information, job searching opportunities, and mobile financial services. National governments and the policymakers will need to ensure that any legal framework for online safeguarding, security and data privacy use a gender lens and offer protection for girls and women as well as boys and men. Ethical standards, frameworks to be developed to eliminate inherent gender biases in the development of digital technologies, and to develop holistic and cross-sectoral policies that support women's inclusion in the production, design, and governance of digital technologies. More research and data is needed in order to effectively design programs and initiatives that work to close the gender digital divide for women and girls. Relevant existing forums should continue to be used to increase awareness, prioritization, and action on this issue, as well as to share best practices, facilitate cooperation, and explore how activities in this area can be scaled up. Bridging the gender digital divide is one of W20's key priority areas in this area, year's G20 Presidency of India. We have a task force working under the leadership of Dharitri Patnaik and Tamara Dancheva of W20 European Union, and with many W20 delegates for across the G20 nations. We will have policy recommendations, action plans, and best practices that can be incorporated in our W20 communique and eventually in leaders' declaration. I call upon not only the G20 nations, but all the nations to act and bridge the divide in the near future. Let us all collaborate and cooperate to make every woman and girl on this planet digit all. And with this, being a Sanskrit student, I've created one very beautiful shlok on this. Is Nari Vishwasya Nirmatri. The women is the creator. Nari Vishwasya Sanskartri. The women are the one who pass it on the culture to the next generation. Nari Vishwasya Rakshitri. The women are the one who are the protector of the earth. Nari Moolam Hi Vishwasya. The women are the root base of the society. Always respect them. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.